Hey, hi, hello, and it's New Music Friday, and that means we got to talk about some music. So, first things first, we're going to start with a band I'm sure probably most people watching this have not even heard of. We're going to talk about Bali Snak and the album Perspective Snakes. I saw an Instagram reel I don't know, like a month ago, and it was this guy reacting to the band playing, like recording live and it's like the most mind-bending, ridiculous playing I've ever heard, where they just consistently move through all of these different time signatures, and the band is like so in sync. It sounds like something only a robot or a computer sequence could come up with, but no, they're playing it live. So if you like math rock, if you like really experimental stuff, and loads of different time signatures and textures and just pure wackiness, then you're probably going to love this. Perspective Snakes. Also, good album title. Overdriver by the Hellacopters. If you're a rock fan, if you're a fan of rock and roll, then maybe you know about the Hellacopters. And if you're not like a big music nerd, then maybe you don't know about the Hellacopters. But anyway, it's this band of like European dudes who were just like obsessed with 70s rock and punk and that sort of aesthetic. And so they just combined everything they liked into music, and they made like a really cool band. So that's the backstory. Now, Overdriver, the new album. It's their second album in just a few years, but the band was on an extended hiatus for like 10 years. And so this new record is pretty cool because the band's back. If you're a fan of 70s rock and roll or Kiss or like even like kind of like early punk aesthetic, then I think you'll like this record, and you just go ahead and turn it up. Crank it up. It's called Overdriver. Frickin' blast that shit. Another album to discuss, Showbiz by Mike. Mike has been on an incredible run the last few years, and it just sort of continues, right? Like last year, he did Pinball, which I loved. I love that album. Kind of short. Showbiz, pretty long, 24 tracks. However, you kind of get into the album, and it's just Mike just doing like pure flows. He's just going, and the beats are like kind of psychedelic, kind of euphoric, and you kind of get to like the midpoint of the record, and I had this experience where I was like, oh my gosh, the universe is just sort of like speaking through Mike, and it's this like stream of consciousness. That must be it, right? I don't know. I just thought I thought that would sound cool to say. But anyway, super great record. Tons of flows. If you're a fan of hip hop, if you're a fan of like really lyrical type stuff, I think you're going to love Showbiz. Another hip hop album, Black Antique by Pink Siifu. Again, very similar to Mike, Pink Siifu has been on an incredible run since 2020, just dropping jam after jam after jam. It's carving licks right off the bone. Black Antique is Pink Siifu maybe at his most experimental. However, as I'm listening to the record, I'm thinking to myself, this might just be his best album yet. From top to bottom, it's super varied. There are moments where Siifu is doing really down and dirty, sort of like Southern Memphis hip hop, and then there are moments where it's like super spacey and trippy and ethereal, and so you really have this like really broad mix of sounds and feeling across the record. So again, if you're an alternative hip hop, if you're an experimental hip hop type of person, if you're a fan of that, I think you got to check this out, and maybe you already have. Hurry Up Tomorrow by The Weeknd. Look, I'm a huge Weeknd fan. I have been since House of Balloons came out. Around the same era that people didn't even know who Abel Tesfaye was. That I go all the way back. And this new record and the other two records that have preceded it, this is a trilogy. His second trilogy, and it's really good. Hurry Up Tomorrow really sums up the whole thing. It's a great album, and this whole trilogy kind of deals with like life and death and the afterlife and what comes after all of this, right? And Hurry Up Tomorrow is plays into that a little bit, and but overall the music is fantastic. I thought I was done with retrofuturism. Nope, I'm not. I love it. It's great. Thank you, The Weeknd. Thank you, Abel. So it goes without, saying that the new Weeknd album is incredible. Check it out. It's called Hurry Up Tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching this. I'll see you next week. And if you listen to some music, let me know what you like. Give me some suggestions. Or if you listen to any of the albums that I talked about this week, let me know if you liked them. So anyway, take care. I'll see you later. Have a great weekend, and bye-bye.